Number 24. How is the sound produced? Sounds are created when objects vibrate in a medium. For instance, when a speaker vibrates its diaphragm, it causes the surrounding air molecules to change in density, resulting in a phenomenon known as sound waves. These sound waves cause the eardrum to vibrate, transmitting signals to the brain and allowing us to perceive sound. Number 25. Resonance. Resonance occurs when the vibration frequency of an object under forced vibration matches its natural frequency. When an object resonates, it can vibrate significantly with minimal external energy, potentially leading to destructive vibrations. In the case of a speaker, when the diaphragm vibrates, the driver unit is fixed within the enclosure, causing the vibrations to be transmitted to the cabinet through the driver frame. Some energy is absorbed and converted into heat, while some radiate as sound waves. Since the original sound source does not produce the resonant sounds, they can affect the speaker's playback quality, often degrading the sound, particularly in the low frequency range. Number 26. Sound absorption. Sound absorption performance is typically expressed by the sound absorption level, denoted as alpha, calculated using the formula alpha equals 1 minus k, where k is the sound energy reflection coefficient. Sound absorption is expressed in terms of the sound absorption coefficient and the area of the material. The relationship between these two is given by the formula alpha equals A by S, where A represents the sound absorption. Different materials have different sound absorption coefficients. To achieve the same level of sound absorption, one can adjust the sound absorption area of the material. Number 27. Sound reverberation. The sound heard by a listener is a combination of direct sound and reflected sound. Reverberation has the following characteristics. A. There is a time difference between direct sound and reflected sound, as well as between successive reflections of the sound. B. The intensity of direct sound differs from that of reflected sound. C. When the sound source stops, the direct sound fades away first, while the reflected sound bounces around the room before eventually fading away. Reverberation, time, and delay time are two distinct concepts. Reverberation time is the duration for the sound energy density in a room to decrease to 1/millionth of its original value, 60 decibels, after the sound source ceases. Delay time, on the other hand, refers to the time lag of the sound signal. The reflections of sound waves in the room contribute to reverberation. Number 28. Sound refraction and diffraction. Refraction of sound waves refers to the bending of sound as it travels through different media. This occurs due to changes in the speed of sound when it moves from one material to another. When sound waves encounter a wall or an object, they can curve around the edge, a phenomenon known as diffraction. Diffraction becomes more pronounced when the size of the obstacle or opening is comparable to the wavelength of the sound. Longer wavelengths, which correspond to lower frequencies, diffract more easily than shorter wavelengths found in higher frequencies. If a speaker's front baffle is vast and its corners are not treated, it can result in severe diffraction, negatively affecting sound quality. Number 29. Standing wave. A standing wave is formed when two harmonics with the same frequency move in opposite directions and overlap. For example, in a room, multiple sound waves are simultaneously present, including both incoming incident and reflected waves traveling in the opposite direction. When the reflected waves interact with the path of the incident waves, a standing wave is created. This causes the propagating medium to vibrate at specific points, reinforcing the sound waves or canceling them out entirely, resulting in points of silence. The auditory perception of standing waves can lead to distorted waveforms. This distortion resembles the severe nonlinear effects produced by a power amplifier, which significantly degrades sound quality when listened to indoors. Once standing waves occur, they can be challenging to eliminate. Listeners in different locations of a room affected by standing waves may experience irregular and uneven sound levels at specific frequencies, leading to a frequency response that is not smooth and has sudden peaks and troughs. This effect is particularly noticeable at low frequencies below 500 Hz. Therefore, when designing indoor spaces or speaker cabinets, it is essential to consider the presence of standing waves to prevent them from negatively impacting the listening experience. Number 30. By-wire. This method of transmitting audio utilizes two sets of speaker cables to independently supply power to a speaker system's treble and mid-bass channels. It is commonly found in two-way and three-way speaker designs. While often associated with high-end speaker systems, it is not yet recognized as an official international technical standard or an established industrial standard, resulting in ongoing debates about its effectiveness. In traditional speakers, audio power is delivered through a single pair of speaker cables. An internal power divider splits this power into different frequency bands and directs it to the mid-bass driver and tweeter. In contrast, a speaker box with a bi-wire crossover features two pairs of binding posts on the outside. Number 31. Biomping. Biomping is a connection method where an independent amplifier channel powers each speaker unit. Two-way speakers require two stereo amplifiers and two pairs of speaker cables. Number 32. Crossover. A crossover is a circuit device found in speakers with capacitors, inductors, and resistors. It functions as a filter, creating low-pass, high-pass, and band-pass filters to separate the input music signal into different frequency ranges, such as treble, mid-range, and bass. The crossover then directs these separated signals to the appropriate speaker units, tweeter, mid-range driver, and woofer for playback. Number 33. Dolby Surround. Dolby Surround is a sound technology that encodes rear effect channels into stereo channels. A decoder is required to separate the surround sound signal from the encoded audio during playback. Number 34. Dolby Pro Logic. Dolby Pro Logic is an audio coding technology developed by Dolby Laboratories. It is designed to recreate the sound effects of 4 channels using only 2 channels, providing a surround sound experience. This technology is especially well-suited for home theater systems and can significantly enhance the clarity of central dialogue. Number 35. Dolby Digital. Dolby Digital, also known as AC3, is a digital sound format that includes audio signals from 5 channels: the left front, center, right, front, left, surround, and right, surround. Number 36. Dolby Atmos. It is a surround sound technology created by Dolby Laboratories. It enhances standard surround sound systems by incorporating height channels, which are perceived as three-dimensional objects, unrestricted by horizontal or vertical boundaries. Number 37. To THX. THX is a surround sound standard developed by Lucasfilm that enhances the Dolby Pro Logic surround system, providing an improved surround sound experience. The THX standard includes strict requirements for playback equipment, including audio and video sources, amplifiers, speakers, rooms, and cables. Only products that meet these standards and pass certification by Lucasfilm can display the THX logo. There are 2 primary THX standards: THX Ultra, which is the most stringent, and THX Select. Number 38. DTS. DTS for Digital Theater System refers to a home digital surround sound system that utilizes separate channels. It employs independent 5.1 channels to deliver audio. Unlike Dolby Digital, DTS offers a higher bitrate and enhanced resolution, making it a strong competitor in surround sound systems.